So yesterday whole session was not been able to record. So I'll share my screen now. Okay, so where were we? So this question. So we were doing the deletion part, and we were done with the deletion from the first node. If the data or node exists at the start, set the first node, next node to delete node in question. Okay. Now why they don't give proper commenting? Node exists in the middle. If the node exists at the middle, um, check if. So what were we doing here? We were trying to compare it with the next. Yeah. Check if the node exists. The next location. Next index. If yes, then set the very complicated. Okay, so we were done with the start. We were done with the end. Sorry, in the middle. We have to do the end now. So I guess this loop won't really work for that, right? Or maybe you say if temp next equals null, right? That'll be the condition.
Yes, I think so. Uh, I think the same logic should work for deleting at the end also.
The one we've written here.
Deleting in the middle and deleting at the end can be done the same.
Do we have to write another condition, or will this work?
I think this might work.
How will it work? But then this is pointing to the next PTR, and last node has to be null. So it will be
Yes,
pointing to the. It
so
have to point to the null, right? Let's try to write it and see.
yeah, so the next to next will have null in it.
Right. So if data to delete is the next pointer, and the next pointer is actually null, so I have to check both. null. I think I'm making a mistake somewhere, but I'll check. So if, yeah, this is fine. I think if the next node equals to this data and next pointer is null, will it be next to next? I think, right? Not next, but next to next. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So then in that case, what we have to do is we have to set the temp next pointer to null. I guess that's what's supposed to happen. Or next to next pointer would be null. This is so confusing unless you visualize it. Yeah, next pointer will be null because we are deleting the last one. So we can't have next to next set to null. We don't want the last one to be in existence. So we're kind of omitting the last one. We're just saying whatever position you're on, because the next to next is the one containing the data, just set the next pointer for the current one to be null because we don't want the next node to be in existence. Now the question is, where do we break? Do we need to break here? I don't think so. We'll see. Node exists at the end. So if the node exists at the end, then set the check if the next to next pointer is null and uh, data matches the next node data, then current node next pointer to null because we want to the last node. Let's see if this works. Okay. So the three items, one, two, three. Let's say the item is three. There's a fault, and I don't know what fault this is. So definitely it didn't work out. What's wrong here? So when I try this code, see what happens. I have the gist link.
Try putting break. You didn't put break
Where do I break?
in the last one.
Where?
In the code, you just wrote after temp next pointer equals null.
Line number.
173.
Yeah, you are saying take a break there.
Yes.
Hey, this kind of yeah. First, let's try the other guys are working or not. Yeah, this works. I put one. What should I put? The middle one works. Yeah, perfect. So looks like it was going to the last one at that point of time, and because we were not iterating or setting the temp to the next one, it was creating some issues. Yeah. Build funny structure terminal will be used. Please press the close button. So I know what where. Anyways, so we did this. I think what we need to do now is do the doubly linked list also. Singly, doubly, and circularly linked list. Can you try it? The doubly.
Okay.
Okay. I'll push this code. Create another file called doubly linked list in the same folder. Copy the code and then just change whatever is supposed to change. Then push the code. Oops, not this one.
How do I bring my local code up to date?
Yeah, I'll explain to you. Just go to your GitHub. I'll show you. Share your screen. I'll show you.
Okay. Do I need to open GitHub?
Yeah.
How do that? Okay.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to if you don't want to. You can just do everything through terminal. So you are on your branch. You have to check out to the master branch first. To get checkout master, your branch doesn't have the change, but master does that because it pushed on the master branch. So every branch works individually. Whatever code you push in that branch, only responsible for that one. Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's called main. One second. Let me see. What is that branch called? Yeah, it's called main, not master, because these
Okay.
days they're calling main. So git checkout main. Already on that. Now do git pull origin main. So you'll pull all the changes from remote to your local. Okay. So now your local is set. So never push directly on the main. You create another branch now so that your changes are separate and they can be reviewed. So git checkout. It's a new feature. So feature hyphen sorry feature slash doubly linked list. and now start working on it.
Why does
We
it
already
show an
have.
error?
Uh, Wait. Oh, sorry, we missed the B hyphen B flag after checkout. Yeah, sure. Okay. Now you can go to your editor, core editor. It should have all the data. My changes. It's already open, right? You don't have to open again. Or were you working on a different project?
I I opened another folder.
Have you ever considered upgrading to Apple?
Yeah, I want to upgrade to um, a MacBook. So I'm not
Yeah.
sure if I should get a MacBook Air or a MacBook Pro.
Air is fine. Right now, you are not into. I mean, really depends what you want to use it for. Are you going to only use it for programming, or are you going to do some editing on that? Are you going to video edit? Are you going to use any graphic tools to do heavy editing? If it is requirement like really heavy, which is depending on the processor, then go for the Pro. Otherwise, MacBook Air is fine for the basic requirement. Uh, MacBook Air will still work for those heavy things, but yeah, if you have the Pro, it just works a little bit faster. The time will take for you to load and stuff or extract stuff and compile all those things will just speed up. But to begin with, you can always go with the Air
Okay.
M1. My company offers 50% discount if I buy something.
On a laptop?
Yeah, not just laptop. If I buy a table, so every item has a specific amount that company will pay. So like if I'm buying a table of worth 20,000, I'll get like 8,000 from the company. For the laptop also, I think the cap they have is 70,000. Yeah, anything related to my work, like mic or a laptop or table, even inverter is included. It's part of the reimbursement.
That's cool.
Yeah. So when I purchased this laptop, I purchased it for like 1.9 lakhs. So I got like 75,000 from the company.
You have a MacBook Pro?
Yes. And I saw the difference where I had the Air earlier, and I do a lot of video editing. Earlier, it should take, for example, it's something that will take half an hour to compile and extract. Now it takes only like 5 6 minutes. That's the difference in speed. Why are you writing it again? Why don't you just copy paste and just change stuff?
Okay.
It takes a whole lot of time to write all of this. Did you not change it to doubly linked list? It's with doubly we are doing, right?
Yes, I have to save the file. I didn't do that.
Ganpati Visarjan. Today I couldn't resist myself, so I had that frozen bottle. But they gave very little quantity. Like 20% of the bottle was unfilled, empty. So I was not.
So you were able to order it now?
It seems like you can order it only in the afternoons. You can't do it in the night.
Um,
But it's not as good as actually going to that shop, because when you go to that shop, the cap is not closed, so they give you more
yeah,
content. Like it's overloaded.
and you can take the bottles home
Yeah, of course.
if you can't finish it.
Oh wow. Wow. But I would say that it matters. It differs from like the outlet to outlet. The same frozen bottle at FC Road will be better compared to what's there in Hadapsar.
Mm.
So not the taste, but I get the quantity. I gave them like 1 star because of this, because of the quantity part. I asked them not to put choco chips, and they put that. Okay, so doubly linked list concept was we have both previous and the next pointer. I guess uh, first we have to think about creating node. So
Yeah.
so we need to change like set more pointers, which is pointing at the previous one also.
So first node previous is null.
Yep. And then in the middle we have to do both previous and next in the loop. And then put the comment
So
also.
temp was the previous, right? Set the I think this is it, right? For
Hmm.
creating.
Yeah. Temp next pointer equals new node. What is temp previous pointer? We have to set that also, correct?
Temp is the previous one.
No, no. So on line 98, you set the new node previous pointer to temp, correct?
Yes.
Now, of course, in this iteration, you are setting the value of temp next pointer on line 100. But we have to set the value of next previous pointer for the temp also, right? You extracted the value, but you now you reset it.
Wouldn't that be set in a previous iteration?
How? Where is it? Where is the previous one getting set for temp?
Uh,
Temp next pointer is setting at getting set at 100. Temp data is getting
it's a
set at
initially temp is first node and
right.
it has both next and previous set to null.
Okay.
And then a temp next, which is the first node in the first iteration, is set to the new node.
Okay. What happens to the previous one? Previous pointer of the temp.
So for the first one, previous needs to be null, so we don't have to
That's
set it here.
correct. In the next iteration, what happens?
Then in the next iteration, temp is the new node,
Hmm.
and we had set new node previous pointer here,
Okay.
so we
So
don't need
that's
to
why.
set it again.
Okay. Then why do we need to even set the? So if I just set temp to new node, will it not automatically contain the value of the next pointer also, like we are expecting it to have previous pointer value? Do we need on line 100 then in that case? Did you get my question?
Uh, no.
Okay. On 102, you are saying that we're setting temp to new node. So temp is expected to automatically have the previous pointer value. That's what you said, right?
Yes,
So why can't it have the next pointer value automatically through this line 102 if it can have previous pointer value?
because we don't have the next node yet. Uh, so this was set to null first, and then when we add the next node in the next iteration, the next PTR is set.
Can you just add a note at line 101 saying that with the below line, it will automatically set the previous pointer of temp to point to the new node or whatever that is. So just explain that at that line. I find this so confusing, especially in the code, not in the visuals.
Yeah. What should I write?
Uh, the previous pointer of temp,
Will be set to new node's previous pointer.
yeah, with below line, right? With below line, so it's clear that that line is going to do that. Have you done this before? How did you come to know that this is exactly what's going to happen?
No, I didn't do this before.
So you're assuming that right now.
Yeah. Um,
Maybe break it into multiple lines like we've done before because it's too much information. It's not a good practice to do that. Use the multi-line comments. Yeah, they are not aligned properly. No, just move the delete one of those stars and move the that star to in the same vertical line as the other ones. Yeah,
like this.
space. Yeah, and the last one also, I guess. Yeah. Okay, but can we test if that's
Yeah.
working before? Your programming skills are good, does me. You'll do well in the future. I'll be happy to recommend you in Anticam if you ever want to come. I
Okay.
will get 1 lakh
I'll let
rupees.
you know.
I will get 1 lakh rupees. I will treat you. That's the reference that, that we get. My brother recommended me. He got 1 lakh rupees. He partied.
No, nice. Oh, why is it not running?
Mm, not sure. Now it's running.
It's not showing me the errors.
Run it on the online. Let's just see what's happening there.
Okay.
From now local to somewhere. So next week I'm going to enjoy Bangalore. Good food, all company sponsored.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, seems like it's
It looks
working.
like it works.
Sorry.
Looks like it works.
Yeah. Let's go with the next thing. So creating is done. Now we'll go with the deleting it. We don't have to do anything with the incrementing the previous pointer, right? When we're displaying it.
No, I
Like,
don't think so.
okay, so now we'll go with the delete thing. Let's start with the first node thing first. If it's at the first position, You have to set the um, so temp is the first node. So first node is the first node, next pointer. What about the previous pointer? At line 50
We'll
only we
set
have to
it to
do
null.
in the middle.
Uh, so the one we have to delete is temp next pointer.
Mhm. So next is anyways working fine. We have to think about previous pointer, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So temp previous pointer equal to something something. So once the item is deleted, the previous pointer will point to anything.
The previous
Uh,
pointer of this node. The next to
so
next
it'll be
node.
yeah. So temp next pointer equals. Put that.
The
So this
previous
will be
pointer.
previous pointer. Yeah.
Uh, is it temp?
Mm, okay. Not sure 100%. Why are we saying temp next pointer pre pointer? Should be uh, temp next pointer next to next. Okay.
So we are doing here temp next pointer equals this. So
Hmm.
the previous pointer of this
Hmm.
part should be temp.
Okay.
I think.
Or would it be temp previous pointer? No, right? It'll be just temp because we're supposed to point to the actual node itself, not the pointer. Yeah,
Okay,
that'll be
yeah.
fine, I think. Cool. Let's just test this much now, or
Okay.
yeah, let's just test this much. Okay.
Oh, I need to uncomment the spots.
What?
I commented these delete deletion code.
Perhaps just do it there and go control it. Otherwise, you'll have to do it two times. So that's comment. Leave it then. Okay. Let's start with. That's an issue. Let's start with at least one first node. Let's see if the first node is
Okay.
working fine. One. Yeah. So
Yes,
first node is
that's
working. The issue is with the middle. When it's in the middle. So let's look at the code. Definitely an issue there on the 167. Are we missing any steps? Are we supposed to increment something at this point?
Um,
No, right?
no, I don't think so.
Okay. So 166 is fine. Temp next pointer. Can we print out what are we getting in the temp next pointer next pointer? Maybe it's not able to get that value or something. So print both. Print temp next pointer, and print.
I'll print the next to next, like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, wait. Just copy paste that print line and comment out that. Sorry, copy the temp next PTR, previous PTR, and just comment on that line for now and replace that. Can we not print the pointer? Do we have to print the data?
It will print the address if we print the pointer.
Okay, no, no worries. Just comment yourself. True. Yeah, not getting any errors there. Try running this in your local to see if you get any errors.
So I think something here might be null. So I join there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not running here.
Run. Um, if the code doesn't try to run, commit and push.
Okay. I can add only this file, right? Like this.
It'll only add that change that you made.
Because when I add everything, it adds some other VS Code files.
It won't, no, because we added git ignore.
Okay.
Any file you add then don't git ignore, it's not going to push that. GitHub. I'll show you what they are doing. Same as thing once you're done.
Okay. What is the push command?
Git push origin and the name of the branch that you're on. You can copy the branch name, the green color. Does Control C not work?
No, it has a different shortcuts here.
Not sure if it pushed. Let me check. No, I don't think there is. No, it did. Just create a pull request there. Okay. I'll share a link with you. Check what's happening there and see if you can understand something.
Okay.
It is, okay, let me share my screen. I'll check out to your branch. First, I won't have that branch locally, so I have to fetch it. It fetch all. Now it's going to fetch all the remote branches. Now I can see there's a new branch here. I'll check out to that. Okay. Now I'll have your changes locally. Oops, on this one, this one. SW link list. Try to run it while it's doing its thing. Take a look what they're suggesting. Saying that if a node is this W? Let me see. Yeah, W. If a node is a head node, then move the head node to the next node. If the node is a middle node, then link the next node to the previous node. Next node to the previous node. So next prev equals to prev. But our logic is slightly different, I guess. Close and take a look at this link in the meanwhile. I'm just checking.
Okay.
Hmm. In order to print a address, do you do S here or do what? I think in segment, not even telling us where the issue is. And this guy is not again telling anything. Hmm. Is it even coming here? Okay, hello data is definitely coming. And if I print this, what happens? Getting like a dot there. Again a dot. Uh, is the issue is here maybe? This is where the issue is because that's where the error is coming. So let's rethink this. So if you find that we are one position before the element to be found, we are saying that the current next pointer should point to the next pointer. Okay. Okay. And the next pointer's previous pointer should point to this one. Why are we getting here at this point? That doesn't work.
So I moved the line, I added the temp next previous above, and then
Mm-hmm.
it works.
Yeah.
So the one on 169, I moved it to before 166.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we have to set the uh, previous pointer to temp first
Yeah.
before we actually set the next pointer. Yeah, that works. Does the last one work? Let's test that. One, two, one, two, three. The last one is three. The last one also worked. Great. So uh, just see there. See that? They at least started giving some issues. What is saying? Warning: format specifies char, so you can't print like that. Just to let you know, you have to use. This sort of saying that you can't print pointer using s. I remember doing it different way, which is this argument struck node.
I think there is another thing for pointers.
For what? Pointers?
For printing pointers, I think there's something
P?
else. I don't remember what.
P?
Maybe.
It's probably P. I remember reading it about it. Anyways, coming back to what we were doing, I'm going to replace the whole thing and then just write uh, doubly linked list to create and display doubly linked list. Uh, da, 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 address of the next node, the pointer pointing to the, oh, we didn't create that. If we didn't create that, how the heck it's even, oh, you did create it. Okay, we have not mentioned that here. Okay, next, pointer previous, pointer pointing to the previous node containing the address of the previous node. Data for the node, okay, looking good. Links the address field of next pointer now, previous pointer to now is initiate initial temp will contain the first node and the later in the below loop it will contain the previous node. Okay, creating number of nodes. Okay, da, da, da. Add the data of the node, set the next pointer to the null first, set the previous pointer to the temp, then set the previous node's next pointer temp to the new node, then point the previous node to the next node. Previous pointer of the temp will be set to new nodes. Previous pointer with the below with the line below. It's a bit confusing, but we'll correct it later. Just placing doubly English data. Let's set. Da, da, da. You don't have to do anything here. Just fine. Delete. List is empty. First set the time. This probably we'll have to explain, but I guess we'll explain it tomorrow because mask ka time ho gaya. So I'll just commit this.
I think
Okay.
there will be a simpler way to do deletion with doubly linked list, like in the link.
What? What is that?
Like in the link that you sent, we've used just one line for the deletion.
Is that better? You think? Let's discuss that tomorrow if it's better.
Okay.
And so I put the code. You can pull it if you want. It's there in your branch. So this branch that
Okay.
you created now has two commits, mine and yours. When you are doing open source programming, try to be like very organized. Like people look at your code, right? Like
Okay.
W link
Yeah.
when you have time, and add some
Yeah.
description like what your PR does and stuff. So this has both the code. You can pull it, and yeah, we'll merge it tomorrow. We'll have a little more time tomorrow. I guess we can spend like 2 hours tomorrow because it's a Saturday
Yeah,
Sunday.
we can. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. I'll let you go now. Okay, bye bye. Good night.
Okay. Bye.